I'm Aria.
I'm Axial.
And this is the Axial and Aria Show.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to AA. I'm Aria.
I'm Axial.
I said that so weirdly, my name.
You always do. It's nothing new.
So it's been like 3 weeks since the last episode. Life changes happened.
Well, you had one
Some-
major event. I had two.
Some good things happened, one not so great. We'll elaborate, maybe.
If you want to elaborate, I'll elaborate. I moved into an apartment. So
It's a nice apartment.
there was a lot of moving on the week that we were supposed to record after we put it off the week prior, because that was technically our second week. And I was exhausted from moving. So I was like, I'm not recording shit. I'm not doing anything with this. And then the next week came. So that was last week. And we were both like, no.
Like, we're
The
not ready
apartment
to
was a
come back.
mess. My background was terrible. I'm not going to subject anybody to that. It's still kind of bad, but it's really only posters. So you can't really see anything right now, but it's okay.
On a sad note, I was in a depression hole. I had to put my cat down, my little baby Sylvester. Liver failure, for anybody wondering.
Like anyone was, but okay.
Well, I don't know. Maybe down the road, somebody's gonna look at these videos and be like,
How did the
wonder why
cat die?
Exactly. How did the cat die? It's like there was never any elaboration. Somebody's gonna comment on a new video and be like, whatever happened to your cat? And then just tears because it's gonna be a bad day or something.
Right.
But anyways, yes.
So would you like to introduce this episode? Because we're having to do
Sure.
2 parts.
Yeah, so this is gonna be a 2-parter.
We don't
I'm
know how
gonna-
to control our time frames.
We don't.
Well, never mind.
This week we are talking about the anime people that we simp for. And I have a list.
That's why she's going first.
Exactly. I have a legitimate list. There was this one point in time when we went to Vegas for my birthday. We were gonna do the whole PowerPoint night trend or whatever from TikTok. But we opted not to. But before we opted not to, I made a list because I was gonna make a PowerPoint. But now it's just a list. It's a big list.
And that's why we're doing 2 parts.
All right.
Well, kick us off. Who is your main simp man or girl or woman? I don't know. No discrimination here.
Honestly, it's probably there is no main one because I like everyone.
Very gay.
Okay, so are you.
I mean, I got the alphabet mafia. Oh, you can't. It's frogs. It matches my headband. If you want to check out this shop and get this shirt, I'll leave the information in the the description with a code and everything. Because it's a key shirt.
We're not sponsored, by the way.
I mean, technically, I am sponsored. I'm an affiliate with them, so.
Ah,
But it's not an ad.
not an ad.
It isn't. I'm not advertising them, technically.
You're just
I'm
shouting
just
out.
showing my shirt off. The Frog Mafia with my frog headband because I have a problem with frogs. Clearly.
Am I
Anyway.
frozen or are you frozen?
I'm not frozen. You're not frozen.
Oh, you were frozen on my end, but I guess it's not going to show up on
No,
your
it's
end.
not going to
So
matter. All that's important is my end.
okay. So right now, you're frozen on my end.
I'm not moving. Now you're frozen on my end. That's fine.
Oh, great.
I mean, it's a cute picture. You're just laughing, so it could be worse. It's a good screenshot.
Yay. Oh, am I fixed now?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. So my two main animes right now are Haikyuu and My Hero. I got into Haikyuu because one of the gremlins was like, "Oh my god, watch Haikyuu with me." Blah 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 blah. And I started watching it. Slow start. I was like, I'm not gonna like this. And then I stuck around. And now literally every single volleyball player I'm a simp for.
Shocking.
The first one that I was attracted to was Sugawara. And then I saw Oikawa on my screen and I was like, that one. And then he started talking. I was like, I'll stick around. Let's see what happens.
Side note, I don't know who any of these characters are.
He's never seen Haikyuu.
I won't watch it.
You don't want to watch it?
No, I just won't.
Okay.
I don't do sports animes. I like psychological horror.
You watched Death Note, didn't you?
A long time ago, I don't remember anything about Death Note. Me and Patty were talking about that literally yesterday because we started watching Black Butler. And I was like, Black Butler, Death Note, and Soul Eater. I know I watched all of it. Don't remember anything about what happened. Just like blocked out of my memory. But I remember watching it, and that's about it.
Cool. So I'll go off of team. So off of Karasuno, obviously Suga. And then we got Nishinoya. Listen, that man is like what, like 5'2", 5'3"? I don't know. But he kind of cute for a drawing. And then there was Tsukishima. I got something in my eye. Anyways, then there was Tsukishima. Tall ass, blonde ass. He's rude. Kinda. He's a complicated character. I don't know. I feel like that says something about me.
You simping for complicated characters?
Listen, I may look dumb. I may act dumb. I may be dumb like 90% of the time. But every once in a while, every once in a while, every once every blue moon, which is very rare.
What, you get a brain cell?
Yes.
Just one.
Just one. And then off of Abijose, their team, obviously Oikawa, Iwa.
Jima?
No. Why is it me?
Oh, shiza, my phone fell.
Dang. Matsukawa. From the Shiratorizawa team, Ushijima. Semi. After I saw Semi, I was like, who are these other boys? I don't want them. I want him. I was like that for a while.
Aren't they underage?
No, technically no, because all of this is
Right.
taking place in like 2012. So they're like seniors in 2012, which I was like 13, 12, 13. So no, they're not minors, which is a whole other
Okay.
it's a whole thing. Like
We'll get into it in another episode.
Yeah, we'll get into
The
it later.
logistics of anime.
Yeah, exactly. We'll get into it. And then we'll also talk about the My Hero theory, like with the whole
Yes.
when it's taking
The
place.
disappointment that I had when I found out.
I'm sorry I ruined it.
It's okay. I still simp for one man and one man only.
Yeah, I know.
That's
Turns
the
out
next
he's-
episode.
Off of Nekama, Kuro. Somewhat sort of for Kenma. Lev. And then Yaku, my short king. Off of the Fukur. This is gonna be a very long episode. But I'll try to make it short. I'm going through the list as fast as I can.
Are we still on Haikyuu?
Yes, we're still on IQ. After the Fukur and Donnie team, it's Bokuto, Akashi, and Konoha. Konoha just speaks to me. I love him. He's beautiful. Then there's the Inarizaki team, which is like the last season that they just did. The twins, Atsumu and Osamu. Suna. Suna's my alt king. Kita. Listen, if you like look at that man.
I wasn't laughing at you. I was laughing at my dog because there's dogs
Oh.
barking outside and he just whined really loud. Because he wants to go outside, but I'm not letting him.
Evan just keeps walking in here. And then just I don't know what the team is called, but Sakusa, he's like the germaphobe, the clean freak, and I'm not
He's the
sure
Levi
why.
of Haikyuu.
Yes, and he absolutely hates being around people, and honestly, he's a mood. So that's it from Haikyuu for now. We'll wait till next season and we'll see what happens. Okay, here we go. My hero, my number one, Kirishima. I love that boy. He's so sweet.
He's a sunshine boy.
If it turns out he's a traitor, I'm gonna cry.
I don't think he's a traitor. He doesn't have enough brain cells.
I don't know. It's always the ones that act dumb.
Okay, then Denki would be the traitor, my love.
Maybe it's both of them.
I don't think so. I don't think
Yeah.
anyone in Class 1A are traitors. If anyone's a traitor, it's Monoma. Or Mineta.
Yeah, I could see. You
I
read
hate
my
that
mind.
fucking grape.
Yeah. And then there's Bakugo, because like, who doesn't simp for Bakugo?
Me.
Well, you're you and I'm me.
Yeah, well.
Deku, Denki every once in a while. Todoroki, I was like a little like caught off guard when I
You're
found
half
myself
and half.
simping. Yeah, I was like really caught off guard, and I was
You
like,
didn't get my joke.
no, I didn't get it.
Because Bakugo calls him half and half bastard.
Oh,
So I was saying you're half and half.
uh,
I'm funny. God. You're frozen again, and it's very unflattering.
not again. Am I good now?
Yeah, you're Gucci.
Okay. God damn. Anyways, Shinzo.
Best boy.
Yes,
Deserves more airtime.
he really does. Tetsu.
Okay.
I know. That's what I said too. And I was like, wait a minute.
He's like in 5 episodes max, but sure.
Mirio. Tamaki.
Good boy.
I love him. He's so sweet.
Honestly, the big 3 is like our friendship. Like you and Patty are like the sunshine people, and then there's me. I'm Tamaki. I'm like, don't talk to me. I want to go home.
Like every basic core, Hawks.
I was so confused where you were going with that. I thought we were still talking about Tamaki. I was like, excuse me?
No.
I mean, Hawks is a whole thing.
Yeah, he's a whole fucking entity. Anyways, Fat Gum. I love that man.
He'd be a good cuddler.
I think he really would be.
Either form. I love him in both. But I feel like he's just like that kind of dude that's like comfort. Like he is comfort.
I'm pretty sure my self-esteem would be like up here.
Skyrocketing.
Yes.
Body positivity. Did you actually cough?
Yeah.
It didn't even come across. It just looked like you were like pretending to cough. There was no sound.
That's weird. From Attack on Titan, Jean, Aaron,
Jean.
Jean, whatever.
It's
Listen, cut me some
Sean.
slack.
No, you watch the anime. You know what they call him.
Horseface.
Ay.
Okay. Jean, Aaron, Marco. Poor Marco. He deserved better.
Have you seen that picture of Marco where Jean and that doctor lady are like talking, but it's from his point of view, and they're like, he was alive. I'm like, all right, how? There was half of him missing. There's no way he could be alive. But, casual depression.
Levi. Because who doesn't simp for Levi?
Stupid people.
Erwin. I don't want to say this.
Me. Say it.
Whose name do you think I'm gonna
loud.
say?
I don't know. Probably like one of the Marlians. Was it Zeke? Reiner? I mean, that's not the worst thing I've heard.
Hanji.
Okay.
I love Hanji.
I love her too. She's great.
Isn't Hanji non-binary because like they haven't confirmed?
I think there was like talks about it, like her being non-binary. I don't know if it was like a canon thing or a fanon thing, but I remember seeing it like on TikTok and Twitter and stuff. People talking about her being non-binary. Armin. Hey there, Armin. That's Armin, and he's not a girl. I like to read. Or you can go with you kind of smell like a vodka. Head in Jaeger. I love that sound. It's my favorite thing right now. It's so good.
Off of Fruits Baskets, Yuki, Kyo, Hatsuharu. And I feel like I didn't know Hatsuharu and Kirishima shared a voice actor until like 5 episodes before the season finale, the series finale.
There's a lot of voice actors that share others. Like Dobby, the voice actor for Dobby is also the voice actor for the dude from Demon Slayer that's like Nezuko-chan.
Really?
Mm-hmm. It's complete opposites.
Honestly,
We've got
like,
mass murderer and daddy issues. And like, I've never seen Demon Slayer, but like, I'm assuming Sunshine Boy.
No, he's a coward.
Oh, I mean, that doesn't make him not Sunshine.
He's a coward. All he wants is to just marry Nezuko. And they're still children. Like, sir, I get it. You're in like the line of danger, but like, calm down.
I mean, they're gonna die young. They might as well get married.
Anyways, Shigure. Listen, I know what everybody thinks about Shigure, but
Who's that? I don't remember.
The dog.
Ugh.
Hattori.
Is that the cow?
No, that's Haru. That's Hatsuharu. Hattori is the
The
sea
seahorse?
dragon. Yeah, the seahorse.
They remember things.
My dinner's trying to come back up.
Ew, gross.
Off of Free. This is a swimming anime.
Yeah, I watched 50% off the parody.
I think I prefer 50%.
It's so good. I love that parody.
It's hilarious. I think because I know I watched like the entirety of Free off of an illegal website.
I haven't watched Free. I don't do sports anime.
Yeah, we know you already said that.
I gotta remind them, okay?
All right. Cool.
They need to remember this, so then they don't recommend me sports animes.
Speaking of sports animes, I have something to say about that, but I'll say it at the end. So off of Free, Rin, Haru, Makoto, Sosuke. Listen, the moment, because at like it was like season 2 or season 3 of Free when Sosuke got introduced, and his eyes, they're beautiful. I know it's just color. I know it's just the animators putting color in, but his eyes are really they are really nice. I mean, maybe this is why my favorite color is bluish greenish. Anyways, and then Fairy Tail. I love Fairy Tail. It was the first anime that I watched in its entirety.
I know one of the voice actors from Fairy Tail. Well,
you know a few of them, don't you?
I mean, I'm not gonna get into that.
Okay.
I'm aware of them. I'll leave it at that.
Okay. So off of Fairy Tail, Natsu, Gray, Loxus, Gajiel, Guildarts, Loki.
There's a character in Fairy Tail named Loki.
Yeah, so have you like seen it, or like do you know like the premise of the show?
Nope.
Okay, so wizards and shit, right?
That's all right.
And there's like guilds, like magic guilds or whatever, and and in the main guild that like the whole show is based around, which is called Fairy Tail, which is the name of the show too. There's this one chick who's in there, and her name's Lucy, and she's a celestial wizard. It's like she has like keys with like the different zodiacs and like different constellations and stuff like that.
Okay.
And as she's going through, she's like trying to collect all 12 of the zodiacs.
Me too.
And
also I'm trying to collect all 12 zodiacs.
So she's trying to collect all 12 of the zodiac keys. She doesn't. Spoiler alert. And there's like some tragic backstory about Loki. It turns out he's Leo, the lion and shit.
Oh, the voice actor I know, he plays Sting. I'm aware of, let me correct that.
So
that probably wasn't good to reveal.
Probably not.
It's fine.
But I mean, we only have like what, 8, 10 subscribers?
7.
7? Okay, I'm kidding.
And they're our friends. And I think one of them's one of my accounts.
So, and like Loki, he got kicked out because of something that happened that was like out of his control or something, or I don't know. So he got kicked out, and he was like has to survive in the human world, but he can't survive. Turns out he's gonna like end up dying if he doesn't go back. She saves him, he becomes one of her keys. So
Okay.
yeah.
Interesting. Thank you for that synopsis. I will still
Yep.
not watch it.
Yeah, that's fine. There's Hibiki, Sting, Rogue, Jackal. Jackal's one of the bad guys, but like just like the Patty move, just like
No one will understand why we call that the Patty move until she's
no.
on.
Yeah. Lahar, Jalal.
Jalal?
Jalal.
It's like halal, but Joel. I'm still mad about that. I'm still really mad about that.
About his name.
I'm mad about the pronunciation that I was led to believe how it was pronounced, only to find out that it's just Joel. Okay. I'll give some backstory. One of our friends, Patty specifically, is not great at pronouncing things. So she was telling us about her brother. Say it how it's supposed to say.
Joel.
Except she pronounced it halal, like the diet,
Hole.
and then proceeded to tell me after like, I want to say 6 months of pronouncing it like halal, his name is Joel. So
That's
now I
funny.
will only call him Joel. Not that I have much interaction with him anyway.
I hate him. We'll get into that later.
Yeah, we'll just have Patty on and just talk about family trauma.
Yes. So
None of mine though.
I think they would ban us if we talked about yours.
Technically not allowed to talk about it.
Anyways, off of Naruto, I've
I'll be
Kakashi
disowned by the whole anime community. Naruto sucks.
I really couldn't get into it. I only watched like the first 5 episodes and I was like, this is boring. I didn't like it.
I tried watching the first episode and was like, why do people like this?
I had a
Nothing's
little
happening.
I had a little kid. Side note, I work in a behavioral health facility. I'm a receptionist, so I talk to people when they check in. There was this little boy the other day, and I think he was wearing an anime mask, and I think it was Demon Slayer. I think I don't remember. And I was like, "Oh, I like your mask." And I was like, "Do you like the show?" And he's like, "Yeah, I like it." Like this and that. And we were like talking. We like I was talking about anime to a I want to say he's probably like 10 to a 10-year-old. We're like connecting about anime.
I mean, that's
And
just how it is sometimes.
and he was telling me, he was like, have you seen Naruto? And I was like, no, I've only watched like the first 5 episodes, and honestly I really couldn't get into it. He's like, oh. He's like, well, do you want to know what Naruto says? And I was like, sure. He's like, Tate bayo. And I was like, Tate what? And he's like, he's like, I'll pronounce, he's like, I'll say it slowly and then you can just repeat after me. And I was like, okay.
Getting schooled by a 10-year-old.
Honestly. And he was like, that. And I was like, repeating after him. And I was like, Tate bayo. And he's like, yeah, Tate bayo. And I was like, all right. So I bonded with this kid over anime. And then he came in again today. And I was on the phone with I don't know what I was doing, but I was on the phone, and this they come in, him and his guardian parent, I don't know, different situations. They come in and the little kid sees me and he immediately goes up to my like little window area or like from the desk I sit at. And he looked at me, he's like, hi. And I was like, hi, kiddo. And like I like had to hurry up and finish this call because I had to go to lunch. But I looked at him and I'm like, hi. I was like, give me just a moment and I'll be like right with you. He was like, okay. And then I think his guardian called him over and he had to like go sit down or whatever. But anyways, I left for like I like logged off of everything and I like to go to lunch and I was like leaving the building and I was like I left through the front this time because I parked in front in the morning. And as I'm walking out, the little kid looks at me, he's like, Tate bayo. And I was like, is that a My Hero mask that you're wearing? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, all right, it looks really cool. He's like, yeah, thanks. And I was like, you're welcome. So
All right.
yeah, I have
Kids
weird
are kids are great.
Kids are interesting.
They have some interesting social skills.
Yeah. There was this other kid.
Bro, you got 4 minutes and 30 seconds to talk about your simplest.
Are you serious?
Yes.
All right, let's zoom through it. So Moriarty the Patriot, Sebastian. Oh God, Sebastian. He reminds me of Kuro. Oh, he reminds me of Kuro. Albert, William, Sherlock. Off of Black Butler. There was Sebastian. There was Claude. Joker, because I watched Book of Atlantic. I think it was. Patty let me borrow it. And I saw this man and I was like, all right, cool. He's on my list. So he's on my list. William, Undertaker. That man is attractive. His eyes, nice. And this is where people can actually, this part of my list is where people can make fun of me and I'll be like, you know what? I deserve it. I watched the entirety of Yu-Gi-Oh! I watched the entirety of Yu-Gi-Oh! And actually I started watching it when I was a kid because like everyone, my tia would take care of me and my brother when we were little. And they had cable back then. And so me and my cousin, we would just watch Yu-Gi-Oh! He tried to get me to play the card game and we would play it, but neither of us knew how to play it. But since it was his house,
I still don't understand how to play Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh! I knew how to play Bakugan or however you pronounce it. I had a lot of those.
I have a Yu-Gi-Oh deck. It's a dragon type deck, and I just have it stowed away somewhere. I don't know where it is, but it's somewhere.
You're a hoarder.
Yeah, I need to get rid of some stuff. Anyways, Seto Kaiba was my very first anime crush. Like, I love that man. I would risk it all for him.
Is that Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yeah.
I know nothing about that.
I can tell. There's Yami Yugi, Yami Bakura, King Thief Bakura. Listen, I can give you a lore on this shit if you want to talk about it one day.
I'm good. Appreciate it, but I won't remember.
There was Joey, Duke, Raphael, which now that I'm thinking about it, why Raphael? But anyways, Raphael's on the list. Mahad. Goddamn, Mahad. Merrick. And then it wasn't even just like one Yu-Gi-Oh series. There's like 6 of them, I think. I stopped watching after 5 days. I was like, nah, I'm not doing this anymore. So after the original series aired, like a couple years later, after they made another one, and it's called GX. It's like Seto Kaiba decided to build a school for dueling.
Me too.
And there was Jaden, Aster, Jesse. Jesse was my favorite boy. He was a good boy. My favorite boy. The names that they would give these people, like, because like back then when it was like on 4Kids, they would take the Japanese names and they would just change them.
Yes.
Yeah. They named this one character Chaz. And honestly, he is a Chaz.
Okay. Me too.
Atticus was one of my favorite. Oh God. Zane. And then after that, there was the 5D series, and that was like years later into the future. I hate it. Oh God, I hate this. There's Yusei, there's Jack, there was Crow, and that is the end of the list.
Good, yeah, 41 seconds. I'm so
okay.
proud of you.
Let me use those 41 seconds because I recently started watching Demon Slayer. Rengoku. They did not have to do my boy dirty like that. Like, no.
God.
The last 30 minutes of that movie didn't need to happen.
Oh my God.
And with that,
That's a whole man though.
honestly, and with that, thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Well, I can promise you for the next episode, it'll be definitely shorter. I can explain some more things instead of a poetry reading of a list of 2D men. Because I watch a lot of anime, but I only have like 10 people I really simp for. So I can give you some depth. Because Arya is only breached surface level.
Yeah.
I need to make like an iceberg meme for you.
Yes.
But it's really only going to be like 2 levels because you have 2 brain cells.
Thanks for being so generous on that.
Hey, I usually say you have 1. So would you
I'll
like me to take one away?
No, it's fine.
Then don't complain. And
Anyways,
with that note.
wait. So you know how you don't like sports animes and all that?
Yes.
There's a soccer one that's coming out. Hold on. There's a soccer one that's coming out, and there's this one character that I've seen like around TikTok. He looks like Bakugo, and I'm waiting to see Bakugo in a different color palette.
Okay.
That's gonna be great.
Is he gonna be an angry Pomeranian but soccer?
Probably. He looks angry.
I mean,
He's probably gonna be like.
there's a lot of characters in My Hero that look angry but aren't. I mean, fuck, look at
Like
Ida.
who? Oh.
Ida almost committed murder. Like, out of everyone in that freaking storyline, everyone that's like breaking the rules, there's only one that actually broke a law.
Forgot about that.
That's a whole. So I keep seeing a lot of like TikToks and like memes about like My Hero Academia and everything. Like, and it's always like everybody making fun of Ida for like almost committing murder when he's like telling them they can't do something, or like when they go, like, spoiler if you haven't seen it, but how do you exist on the internet if you haven't seen it? But when like Deku goes off and he's like doing his whole like vigilante crap and like he's like accused of being a mass murderer. I haven't watched it. I'm refusing to watch anything.
Is that in the latest season?
It's in the latest chapter of the manga. I've seen a lot of like screen grabs of the manga and everything. Like Deku goes off to like, I don't know what the premise is of it. He looks really cool. I don't understand what's happening because I'm not caught up on anything, because after I've seen the stuff with Oboro and Presentation Michael and Aizawa, I refuse to watch or read anything.
Presentation Michael.
Yes, Presentation Michael. But I'm like putting everything on hold right now because I'm depressed about just seeing a screenshot of them crying and I don't want to deal with it. So, but I've seen a lot of like screen grabs of the manga and everything, and like they go after Deku because he's like being stupid, which when isn't he? Exactly. But like there's a lot of memes of like Ida being like, guys, we can't do this. This is breaking the rules. And like everyone's like, Ida, you almost committed murder. Shut up. You don't get to say anything about breaking rules.
You don't get an opinion.
Right. But on that note.
Okay.
I don't want to edit an hour-long video again, okay? That was so stressful.
And I want you to edit it.
I'm just gonna end it on that. Goodbye.
No.